Custom construction. Everyone wants that hill country view, that panoramic sunset with mature trees and deer in the background. And sometimes you'll find that lot at a discount and you think you found the deal of the century. But what may be coming with those views that no one mentions in the listing description is the view tax. The steeper and more dramatic the lot, the more you may spend on excavation, foundation, retaining walls, drainage, and simply getting a driveway to the house. And that could completely eat up or even surpass that discount. The view may be free, but getting your house to stay on that hill is not. Hi, I'm Nicole Cooper, and I specialize in luxury and golf communities. I've been helping people for over 15 years buy and sell in the Austin area, and I can't wait to meet you. Our information is right here. You can text us, call us, send us an email, or set up a Zoom call anytime because we're always available to help you find the perfect home that matches your lifestyle. Now, today we're breaking down what you need to know if you really are drawn to that custom construction in the hill country. We're going to tell you the things to watch out for, the things to prepare for, and the absolute must not do's. Because if a cheap lot in the hill country may be the most expensive mistake you ever make. The most expensive surprises in custom construction are usually the things you never see once the house is finished. Let's get started on all these things to watch out for to protect you. So today we are focusing on lot usability the most, but I want to point out the top 5 most common mistakes that people don't often think of on the front end. Number 1, does the home that you want to design actually fit inside the real building envelope? You can see here on this plan, just for an example, there could be heritage trees in the way. That means a tree you can't cut down nor build near the root ball. There could be a utility easement crossing it somewhere. How do you get the septic system installed? And oftentimes that drain field is what determines where the house goes on the property. So you get what's left after all of these rules are followed. The second one, excavation, especially in the hill country, that's limestone excavation. That's not cheap. That means if the lot isn't perfectly flat, you may have to dig out somewhere where you can have a completely flat foundation. If you need a retaining wall, well, it might not just be for the house. You may also need one for the pool, one for the driveway, and then if you want some yard, you may need a retaining wall halfway down. So it's not as simple as just, yeah, sure, we'll just build one retaining wall oftentimes. And these retaining walls, they all need their own permits, which means cost and time. The third surprise, oftentimes on a listing, it will say utilities available, but it might not be connected. Is your water and wastewater tap already connected? How about a lift pump? Do you need a grinder pump to get it back up to the street? Propane, do you need infrastructure for that? Do you need a water well, an aerobic septic system? Most of these properties out in the hill country are going to need a septic system, and they take up a large portion of the lot for that drain field. And then if there are any other utility or crossing easements that go through there, these are the types of things that you will have to pay for to work around, work through, get everything connected so that your house can actually run off the utility grid. Next, the next surprise, number 4, the price per square foot may not actually include everything. Sometimes that's just the construction. Make sure you ask the right questions on the front end. Does it include architecture and engineering, surveys and geotechnical work, site prep, that excavation I've been talking about? Does it include the driveways, retaining walls, pools? How about your landscape and irrigation after? Outdoor kitchen, fencing, gates, and those utilities we've already talked about. So on average, these are soft numbers, so just use them gently, but on an Austin luxury custom build, these soft costs may represent 8 to 12% of the overall budget. Site work, that excavation type stuff and retaining walls, another 5 to 10%. And always builders are going to add on another 5 to 10% contingency because you can't predict the future of all the costs of everything. So just make sure that price per square foot is either just for the build and you know these other costs, or it includes all of these costs. The last main surprise you need to know about on the front end is change. I see a lot of my friends and clients making changes halfway throughout the process. And that just creates a domino effect. So just know that moving one wall could affect your foundation engineering, your roof structure, electrical plans, plumbing locations, HVAC design, and on and on. So What sounds like something that could be 2 feet bigger could ripple through every single trade, and that makes the price go way up that wasn't expected. Changes made on paper before construction are relatively cheap. Changes made after concrete and framing can tend to cost a lot. So best to know your plan all the way to the end before you start the foundation pour. And let's face it, we all change our minds, but good luck. So these are my buyer beware, my new construction enthusiasts beware, just so you know, going in, have eyes open, be educated, and know what could possibly change and what is guaranteed. Very little is guaranteed, but if you're into new construction and you just have that desire to create something that's fully yours and something that you can put your stamp on, those are the ideas to work through. And now we're going to focus on just the lot and what to work for and look out for if you find one of those discount lots with the gorgeous views. Let's have a look here. This is a Google Earth view of one of our newest golf communities going in right now. This is aerial view of Travis Club. And these red spots are where the fairways are going to be. The course is a lot further along now, but I just want to show you the types of choices you have. So in this area up here, you can kind of see like a flat ridge and then a drop off. So there is room to build. Now, granted, these trees, they'll cut down wherever you want to build your house. But on these flat spots here, those lots should come at a premium, and you shouldn't worry too much about paying the premium because you don't have as much excavation and infill to do when you already have that level part up at the top. Now, if you were to buy a home over here on this left side, for example, that's a pretty steep slope there. This is the kind of lot where it's going to take some creativity on the foundation, whether that's retaining walls or digging into the side of the hill. You have to have a flat foundation. And let me show you an example of someone or a plan that had to take in this topography into account. So up top, you're entering here at the garage level. You have the main level here, and then they built down as the topography decreased there or rolled downhill. They built a basement there, and then even further down, you have your swimming pool. So if you're one of those people that wants to go from your main level, like your kitchen and living area, straight out to the swimming pool, this type of lot is not an option for that. So you really have to think through exactly what you want and how you want it to be built and see if that lot works for you. While we're talking about these levels, remember that drainage is a very important piece of the puzzle. Water always wins. Water always goes downhill. So you need to understand your storm drainage problems, because here in Texas, we either have too little rain most often or too much rain too quickly. So we have flash flooding incidents, and there has to be a way and a place for the water to run off the property. Now, sure, the engineers and architects are going to take care of all this, but just when you're glancing at these lots at kind of first glance, these are the things you have to think about. Will it fit your plan and your creativity for the vision that you have? So by now you can start to see the differences between, say, that $900,000 flat lot and that $600,000 angled lot. You can see how that discount would be caught up pretty quickly when you have to start doing all the excavation and retaining walls and different styles of driveways and things like this to make the house fit on the property. So that cheapest lot is not always the least expensive. So how can you protect yourself? Bring your builder in with you early. In many of the communities out there, they have a list of preferred builders that are used to building on this limestone rock. They have the knowledge, know-how, and experience to create the best opportunity for the least amount of trouble and headache for you. So find your builder first, or at least a top 2 or 3, and have them walk through the lot with you. They will do this. They will help you figure out. You want to ask questions like, where would the house sit? Where would the driveway go? Can we realistically build a pool on whichever level that we want to build it in? How much usable yard will remain after all of this excavation and retaining walls? What are our biggest cost concerns, and what conditions could still be variables down the line that we don't know yet? And all the documents that you want to get beforehand, you want a topographic survey, boundary survey, geotechnical elevation, drainage review, structural civil engineer consultation. You're not going to eliminate all possible surprises. You just want to try to predict as many of the big ones as you can before you close on the deal. So again, at the end of the day, you're evaluating for your lifestyle. Can the dog fit in the backyard? Can the kids kick the ball around in a flat enough part? Can your aging parents come and visit where the driveway isn't too steep? Can they access the property easy enough? Will guests have parking? And does that final design fit what you imagined on this particular shape of the lot? A lot can be technically buildable, but still be completely wrong for your life, way over budget. Now keep in mind, some of the most spectacular homes from West Austin out to Lakeway and Spicewood are built on difficult terrain. It does not make a deal bad, and it is not a deal breaker. It's just important to know these possible surprises that could come up down the road after you close on that lot. So don't fall in love with that view and ignore the grade. And do not assume the cheapest lot is always the best value. I mean, hey, a great home site is not just a beautiful piece of land. It has to be usable the way you want it to. So if you're considering a home in one of these communities that has new construction opportunities, like Spanish Oaks, Travis Club, Laura Loma, even Driftwood, think about these opportunities in your lot. Think about the possible surprises in your lot. And if you need help, all you have to do is reach out to us. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or set up a Zoom call. These are the types of properties we specialize in, and we can help you avoid the pitfalls. So find the lifestyle and then the house. But if you're building in the hill country, make sure that land agrees with you. Until next time, be kind to yourself and others. I can't wait to see you around town. Pick a vibe, feel the club.
Go with Nicole for the dub.